Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, and that means it's time for more tarot readings from Aroma G's Botanica. I am G, and today, of course, we're going to flip through some cards, see what's going on, answer your questions. We'll do a morning reading too to see sort of the energy for the upcoming week. For those who don't know, I've been doing these also on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. on my Patreon. That was pretty fun last week. We actually went into some detailed depth over the questions. Of course, there's fewer people in there. It'll build over time. But yeah, we were actually able to build on some stuff. We were able to go over some magical recommendations. So that was fun. So yeah, if you want to see what's going on, patreon.com/Papa G. I'm going to upload a video there sometime late this morning, maybe around noon. Every Monday, there is a new witchy type of video. So that's what I've been doing. Yesterday, I was on the Lucky Mojo Hoodoo Rootwork Hour radio show, and we discussed zoological magic. Now, of course, a lot of people use animal parts in magic, some don't. Things like raccoon penis bones and rabbit's foot, maybe gator heads, things like that. But we sort of focused on how to passively use zoological magic without harming anything. One thing I mentioned was, the butterfly. The butterfly is used for attraction magic. And instead of capturing and killing a butterfly, I suggested why not plant a butterfly bush in your yard to attract butterflies and bury your petitions beneath the base of a butterfly bush. Just put them in the ground. Or maybe you could tie them on the branches. So that was so go look that up if you can. It's on my page, on the Lucky Mojo page. You can find the link to that show. You can watch it in replay. Before we get started, one thing I want to talk about is this card. So what is it about this card? What's the devil? The devil people think about sin, hell. It's really, there may be some things that come up, but that's really not the energy of the devil card. The devil card is, it can be about bondage. It can be about addiction, but it's really about the ugly parts of ourselves that sometimes we don't like, other people don't like in us. It's about the ugly parts of humanity. And, we were talking privately about something which I want to bring up and remind everyone, we're going to have a TED Talk before we do readings. Be mindful as to what you put on the internet. For example, we were seeing someone's posts. They were complaining about something. But whether you're complaining about how AI is the doom of everything, or how someone mispronounced you, or the price of groceries and how it is tied to the chain of this or Donald Trump or whatever, or if robots are going to take over everyone's jobs, or a self-checkout, blah, 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 blah. Be mindful when you put these posts out, because there comes a point where if that's all you put out, people begin to notice. And people begin to ask. You want so much to reply to these people, and sometimes you know them and you can't do that because that would be really rude. But sometimes you want to reply, are you ever happy? Do you ever have a good day? Do you ever have anything good to say about anything? Some people think they're being a social justice warrior, but show us what you ate for lunch. Show us some flowers in your yard or something. It can't be gloom and doom every time you make a post. We used to call that a Debbie Downer. So when you put that out, my point is you are sending out a very low vibration energy. You are attracting more bad things into your life by focusing on it. You give them a voice. You make it where this is your entire vibration is about complaints. So be mindful of that. And I'm going to share something with you. And then we'll move on. Hey, I'll stick around. When I rattle on, I always give you extra time for your get the readings in. But I want to share the screen and show you something. Here we have where Lady V did a really nice video on occult and ceremonial magic book recommendations. These are flip throughs. We're just kind of telling you what's this book is about. And yes, most of the time we've read them. We may not have read the entire thing. We may have read the entire thing 2 or 3 times. You don't know. But the video is usually they're a couple minutes. They're not meant to be 45-minute, 1 hour in-depth look where we're reading the book to you and everything. So she did a lot of flip throughs showing you the interiors of a lot of these books, what they're about. Many of them she has read herself. She may have read all of them. I can't remember what our conversation was. However, my point is someone, of course, had to make a comment. And here was their comment. Yeah, and I'll call them out at Whispers8742. So you didn't read any of these. You just repeated the description off the back covers. Once again, low vibration. Aroma G's answer to them was, might we recommend some of Aroma G's Banished Negativity oil? It seems to be needed. Enjoy. And we provided the link. So before you go on and participate in low vibe, low energy, any of this, ask yourself, but remember before we speak, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? And is it helpful? So that's been my TED Talk today. Keep your vibration high. Post your lunch on Facebook today. Show us some flowers. Show us you cleaned your car out. I don't care. Monitor the complaints. Keep yourself at a good ratio. In other words, nobody wants to hear all that shit all the time. Oh, here we have a lunatic mystic oracle asking people to DM them so they can give you some scam artist readings. We're starting this day off good. Talking about low energy. And in perfect name, lunatic. Yeah, I blocked your ass. So let's do the reading for the day. Bye, lunatic. Go scam someone else. I'm going to pull a card for the energy of the week. And it's fitting. It's judgment. That's what we've been talking about is running your mouth and judging other people. Judgment is also about facing the consequences. Facing consequences, answering for yourself. So, yeah, be aware of that. Obviously, that is going to be the energy of this week. Laura Strobel, Negative Nellies. Yes, you can get it at aromags.com. Banished negativity oil. Some people need it badly. 14% off sale at Aromags on all of Reverend Roy's line of products, oils, and candles this week. So let's get to the first question. Now that we're done TED talking, keep your energy high this week. Let's see if the readings reflect that. Marisol, good morning. May I have a general card? Thank you. Knight of Wands, these are the messengers of the tarot deck. You got some things coming in that it could be new ideas, a new way of doing things. Nine of Wands are all about, it's heralding in the time of activity, taking the bull by the horns, getting things done in sometimes in a very, very creative way. So I'd say that's a good card. Living free and loving it. Hello, and there's Magic Flies. There's Sandra. There's M Lady, Tanya, and Sarah, and Lauren. Good morning. Good morning. Magic Flies. Will things run smoothly this week? Last week was a complete dumpster fire. The main thing at the end of the day is, did you have any water for the dumpster fire? This week is Queen of Wands. So, I mean, this week is going to be about getting grounded, doing the things that make you feel safe at home, and use your intuition this week too about just how much BS you can take. Sometimes you just need to walk away and just do something that grounds you. It could be an indication that some BS may come up this week, or it's going to be a good grounded week. Something about grounding. Make sure you stay grounded. Living free and loving it. Let me know if this is still going on. Heads up. The stream seems to start a little bit after you've been speaking. It could be I am at home today. I wonder if that, but we have better internet here than we do at the office. We're here today because they're coming to put mulch down in the gardens. So that's why I'm up here in the library. Yes, our house has a library. We just transformed the whole upstairs into the library. Hopefully that fixed itself. Sandra, please pick a card for me. Sandra, you're going to get a little gift this week. It doesn't always mean a physical gift. It can mean someone might do you a favor. Someone might take a burden off of you. Or someone could give you a box of candy, some flowers. You never know. It's like this little bit of gift, something that makes life easier for you this week. M Lady wants a card for the next 2 weeks. What's the energy of the next 2 weeks? It's the card of when we self-impose things on ourselves. Don't give other people your power this week. As I tell people all the time, look at her binding. It's loose. She could wiggle right out of that and move on her merry way, but she chooses to stay right in the thick of things and stay in the drama and participate in the trauma. Don't do it. Next 2 weeks, you're in control. You have to remind yourself of that, and don't participate in all the inconveniences that come up. Tanya, may I have a card regarding love? We have 29 people in here right now. A card regarding love. It says it's a little bit dormant right now. It's okay. Give it a couple of months. Maybe it'll spring up like the flowers that are coming around outside. You know, we've had a dormant. It's sort of like winter. It's like that. It's sort of like a little dormancy period. Don't sweat it. Go about your own business, having a good time with friends, doing the things you need to do. Love shows up when you least expect it and you're not looking for it. It'll usually hit you right in the face. Sarah Snow, may I have a card, please? Let me scroll down and see if anyone answered about, are we still having some problems? No, it's better now. Okay. Oh, Living Free and Loving It. I have a post to the radio stream podcast you mentioned you did yesterday. Let me find that for you. 1 minute. It is on Blog Talk Radio. I will actually find that and post that in the, did StreamYard actually turn these into links? I'm not sure, because this is a long one. Let me put this in the room, and hopefully it will be a link. If not, you can at least copy and paste it. There we go. Blog Talk Radio. If you can just look for Lucky Mojo on Blog Talk Radio, you can find the most recent things. Let me go back up and find. Make sure I didn't go over anyone. Okay, Sarah, may I have a card, please? Sarah Snow. What in the world is going on with these cards today? Look, a little bit of betrayal is going to happen this week. Sometimes these cards come up just so you'll be on the lookout. Watch your back this week. Something is not in. Someone is planning something. I don't know if it's work or personal life, but there could be a little. It could be a little betrayal. It might be a huge one. Watch your back. Victoria, hello, good morning. Is my brother being influenced so that he can be hostile towards me? I think you mean magically. Here's that card again. 4 swords. I don't think so. You might have to ask yourself, have you done anything to make him be hostile towards you? Maybe you have to ask him pointed blank, have I done anything wrong? I don't think it's magic. I think it's between the two of you. Could be something you're unaware of. I'll have to go back and listen to that Magic Fly said earlier about the audio. Sounds like Cher when her voice turns electronic and Believe. Auto-tuned all the way up to the top. Don Crosser, good morning. And there people are afraid of that card. She's talking about the devil card. Yeah. Sometimes cards are just a signal. It just tells you, hey, look out for this. It's coming up. It doesn't always have to be gloom and doom. It can be avoid this. No, I don't have my magical cup today. I've had this cup. Let me knock on wood because I don't want anything happen to it. I've had this cup for, 15 years. It's from Bongo Java. They're thick cups. It's one I always use at home. Roy has one like it too. Martha. Oh, wait a minute. I skipped over someone. Stephanie. Papa G Blessings, can I have a career card? Let's see. What's going on with your career, Stephanie? Well, it looks like it's going to move forward. This card can also be about travel sometimes. Maybe you need to travel for work. But most of the time, it's about movement. If nothing is moving, sometimes you have to kick it in the ass and get the movement happening yourself. But if you're not seeing movement right now, I think you'll see it real soon. And now to Martha. May I have a card reading? You got some competition in something, Martha. This is a little bit of a battle between wills. Yeah, it's some sort of competition coming up this week. So, not sure what that means. But just be on the lookout. Let's make sure where we are. A lot of people are commenting about what I talked about in the beginning. So much negativity and anger out there. Try to be positive. Unfollow people on Facebook when they get too negative. Let's see, where are we at? Dawn. I have a card reading for the day. It's Dawn Crosser. There we go. Try not to step in any piles of shit today, Dawn. How about that? Could be the answer. I think just don't put up with negative people today. That's the card we talked about in the very beginning. If negativity comes your way today, say no, thank you, and turn around. I think you may encounter some stuff like that today. Magic flies. You're so sassy. Harmony. Yes, he is, but he tells the truth. That's my, what do you call that? That's my, I think I referred to myself in this, if you go back and look at the description of today's video, as the friendly curmudgeon. Martha Martinez, different Martha. May I have a card for the week? Here she is again. Yeah, it's also a sign of tapping into your creativity, tapping into your intuition, and above all, do something this week that makes you feel safe and grounded. Take your shoes off, walk in the grass, connect with the earth. Do something that makes you feel grounded this week. Lady V says, just got here, friends. That was a bit ago, 10 minutes ago. She was over at the Rummagees with the opening crew. Yes, I was over there too, and called Lady V over and said, come over, because we had to get back home when we found out they were coming to work on the landscaping. Jennifer Whitus, may I get a card for today? Look for something coming probably in the mail or email. Some news you've been waiting for is going to show up. Don't know if it's happy, sad, or irritating, but you've been looking for an answer, and it's going to show up this week in either mail or email. Or today. Could be today. Imelda, may I have a card, please? Imelda, get out and make something happen today. Ace of Wands, the beginning of creation. A wand can be a magic wand. It can be something you work with. It can be a tool. But create something today. Or at least begin it. Do it this week, though. Stephanie Smith, did we answer for you or not? I don't know. May I have a career card, please? Let me go back up. Was that a different Stephanie? It is. We already answered that. Please only ask your question in the chat once. It's very confusing when you have a question up here and then you have 10 responses and then a question again. We'll get to it. We go straight down the list. And but it does make for much of a longer list of chat to go through. Asking it more than once won't necessarily get it answered. If you really want yours highlighted, we have not brought this up in a while. I think I hear them here doing backing into the driveway. Maybe you can hear it too. I'm hearing something. Somebody's here. Let me find this. We haven't talked about super chats in a while. $5 level, you get 3 questions, 3 cards pulled for you. And if we get to the end and you want me to keep running my mouth, give it at least at the $1 level. Also, it is a way for me to actually see your question better. It highlights it. And if you use any of the super chats through YouTube, come watch us on YouTube, not Facebook, and like the video. Yeah, it shows up in color on the screen in the chat in StreamYard, which I'm using. And we always make sure everyone who does a super chat gets their question answered. So, thank you, Laura. I don't love the dragonfly hanging. Yeah, these ceilings are sloped in here. This is a redone attic. And so I had to put something on the ceiling. Otherwise, that would be really boring. Natalie, may I get a love card, please? What is it? Every time somebody today asks about love, it ain't happening. I mean, everyone's jumping out the windows. Lightning is struck. Don't focus on love this week, Natalie. I think there's maybe something energetically planetary, something going on this week where it's like, don't focus on your love life. And also the other ones about in staying grounded, telling everyone to stay grounded. Something this week is up. Just everyone mind themselves this week. Mind your business. Watch what you say to other people. Be nice. Lynn is Elberry. Good morning. May I have a general card, please? Stick with the Lenormand for a bit. Lynn, something you got to clean up this week. You got to whip it into shape or sweep it up. There could be some leftover things from last week you need to get off of your plate just so you feel better. We had Lady M came over yesterday and we did some magical crafting. That's what we did with our Sunday. I made more of my brick dust amulets for sale. Reverend Roy worked on mirror boxes and coffin boxes, and Lady M made jewelry. And we just hung out in the studio chapel and we grilled out and then clean the house up a little bit. Sometimes that's all you need to do is just clean the house so you just feel better. The vibe is better. I feel better this morning walking around a clean house. Our house is usually clean. It's just cluttered because I just come in and throw shit down. I have time for a couple of more. Oh, someone just gave a super chat. A big one. Let me find that. Oh, it's our friend Joanna. Joanna, I'm going to get to yours in just a second. I'll pull 3 cards. Joanna, ask a question in the chat so I know what to answer. Well, that was a super sticker. Sometimes we will just give as tips too. Sometimes they don't have a question, but does Daddy have the flu? Okay, let's just go ahead and answer that one right now. And then I'll scroll up and get a couple of them. Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, and 4 Cups. Let's go to the Pentacle. First of all, this one says, go to the doctor if you haven't. Go to the doctor. Whatever you're doing to care for him till you can get in there, keep doing what you're doing. I think it does lean more towards the flu. I don't think it's COVID or anything. 4 of Cups, but it could be something you're overlooking. So make sure to go to the doctor. Don't do it on your own. Take him to the doctor. I don't think it's serious, but I think it could be something you're overlooking. Maybe it could be a little bit worse in the lungs. Nothing tragic, but The 3 cards saying, go to the doctor. Is it the flu? Maybe. But you don't want to turn it into something else. So don't panic. I just think you need more information. And he does need to be seen by the doctor. Where are we at? I'm going to get a couple more in here. Hey, Alan, what do I need to know about my current situation? Something about it's going to wrap up quickly, or you need to move quickly. If you're hesitating on something, don't hesitate. Make your move quickly, or someone else will. Robin and the L's. Will there be continued delays with my husband's discharge? Well, Norman is good for yes and no questions. I'm going to that one. It's not too clear right now. Stars are all these different options, all these different things. But when I put a card with it, the main option is it's more the mice or things that take things away from you. I think there will be more continued delays. Yes. And then the last one, and then we're out of time. Jamie Heller. Good morning. My cat has had an injury requiring a potential invasive surgery. Can you offer some insight of the outcome or a way to get the best possible outcome? We're going to pull a card. Do not base your entire decision on a card reader on the internet when it comes to your health, your pet's health. Always go to a healthcare or veterinarian professional in this case, because they know more about things than a card reader. It's the card of sacrifice, which I think means in this case, it's going to be a little expensive. You're going to have to, you may have to do some juggling. You may have to swallow your pride with someone to ask for a little bit of a loan. You may have to sell something. You may have to simply make arrangements. I think it's going to be a little more than you thought, and it could pinch you for a little while. But I think the sacrifice in this case, I think, is money. And what can you do for the best possible outcome? Put his picture up with burn blue candles by it, especially during the surgery. You also maybe do some purple ones for success. You want a successful outcome. You want it to be healthy. So up until the time of the surgery, burn blue candles for health. And the day of the surgery, while it's going on, if you can, if not, have someone else doing it, or put them outside away from the wind because you're going to be there with the cat, and burn blue and purple for both health and success. So that is all we have time for today. If I didn't get to you, wait, we have another one. I always have to get to the super stickers. I tell you, if you do these, I keep talking. It is little BKNY. See, this is what happens with super chats and super stickers. I get ready to sign off. You buy a super chat. I keep going. Is Antonio being loyal to our relationship? I'm going to shuffle on that one. And once again, I tell people it's a single card reading. It's not a great big one with all of the, all the behind the scenes stuff where you get with a full reading. So don't be flying off the handle based on one card, but you're going to get 3 because you did do the. But we'll see. First card, Knight of Cups in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Strength card, Knight of Cups in reverse. It shows possibly not really being, I don't know if it's true to your relationship, but certainly not considerate of your relationship, not making the best decisions as far as the relationship. It may lean a little bit more towards maybe he's not. But it could also be your perception. It is the sun in reverse. You don't have a lot of information. You don't know for sure. Also, it's making you unhappy. It tells you just got to be strong during this. Um, be be on the lookout. Be more aware. It doesn't necessarily say he is being disloyal, but it can be emotionally disloyal. It doesn't mean you're sleeping with someone. It could be he could just be in the beginning phases of texting someone or something. Um, be on the lookout. Be strong. Look for further signs of this before you act or react. I think it does lean that way, but it may not be in full swing. It could be just in the beginning phases that you can nip it in the bud. All right, everyone. So this has been Monday Morning Readings. If you want to know more, come back Wednesday morning with Miss Nikki Jean. Lynn, I'm sorry we've run out of time. Come back on Wednesday. We're about 15 minutes over right now. I wish I could get to everyone constantly. But Nikki will be here Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time to answer more. Make sure to come back and talk to Nikki Jean. I'll be over on my Patreon Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. to all of my patrons there. And of course, then we just started all over again with Mondays. Also, remember you can book a private reading with me, folkmagicstudio.com, with Reverend Roy at healingamulet.com, and Nikki, Miss MS, NikkiJean.com. She's taking appointments too. So I'm going to go make a video for, or finish up the video for my patrons. I have to go and finish re-editing one of Reverend Roy a while back that's going to go over on the Hoodoo Workshops podium. There's lots of things to do today. Until later, we'll see you Wednesday. This is G with Aroma G's Botanica.